What's up, folks? This is Moose, a.k.a. Big House, man. We're live at Sticks, 361 Indiana Avenue. I tell you what, man, it's a Heavy Hitters radio show, man. I'm excited. Like I said, this is Moose, man. I tell you what, I am not freshly showered, but I almost have a new shower. If that makes you guys happy. And
it's been going on a while now.
Wow, yeah, I'm about to say, it's almost complete.
Just leave it alone. Just leave it
About
alone.
as long as I've been on the show.
We're not trying to talk about that right now. You got to hold your horses, eat your noodles and your rice, and be done with me. That's what we're talking about.
We can say it's a very frustrating process.
Yeah.
I can hear it in your voice.
Hey, folks, I tell you what, if you want to go to college, do that. But if not, learn how to like make stuff, build stuff, nail stuff together, and screw things.
Yeah, D'Angelo Mello might need a job.
Hey, man,
D'Angelo Ball might need a job.
That's hilarious. Because you're right. Dad pulled him out. He's slinging shoes for a year. And he's going to try to make the NBA. I'm not sure that's going to happen. We'll see. Hey, man, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, I'll tell you, with that voice you heard, man, with that nugget of information, that's the star of the show, the one, the only, A.G.Z.
Yes. It's good, man. I can't complain, man. Life's good. Had a fantabulous weekend. Taking a Raider tailgate. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. Nobody does like them Raiders, man. Make them a tailgate.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if it's the colors of the uniform or the fact that the fan base is like 80% Hispanic. So Trump blew that wall. The Raiders is all
easy over there.
Hey, man, you hurting, man. What's going on? You got a piece of rice.
Jeezy's hurt.
You got a piece of rice caught in the wrong spot.
Yeah, but Trump blew that wall. It's over for the Raider fans.
LGZ, how many teams tailgates have you been
Are you
to?
calling him LGZ?
Yeah.
It's one of them.
What's his
LG.
name?
Puerto Rican now.
Yeah, I'm LG's. I identify
Puerto Rican and like the
She respected that how I want to be,
You can't be
classification.
Puerto Rican and like the Raiders. Can you do that?
Yeah, again.
Who do Puerto Ricans like?
Yeah, right. The Giants probably. They're more New Yorkers.
They're East Coast.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
LGZ.
So I've been to a Indianapolis Colts tailgate.
Boom. And it was live.
No, it was nowhere near the Raiders. I've been to a Bears
Man,
tailgate.
that kind of makes me sad because it was like
I'm being honest. I've been to a Chicago Bear tailgate. Not even close. I've been to Atlanta Falcon tailgate. Not even close. I've been to the New Orleans Saints, which is probably number 2 as far as like this overall just fun for the thing. And I've been to a Cincinnati Bengals tailgate.
Okay.
And none of them compare to what they do in Raider Nation, man. Like, I don't know if it's just the color. When you walk in, I don't know if it's all the black and silver everywhere. Like, just the, I mean, it's just, the fan base is just, it's almost like your neighborhood team got a NFL team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta think, when you look at the Colts, the Colts is a very, it's not a diverse fan base. Is that fair to say?
What do you mean it's not? Because it's mostly Americans?
When I look at the stands, when I look at the game,
It's mostly white
it's
people.
mostly what they think. It's mostly pilgrims at the
It
game.
is. It's mostly white
It's
people.
mostly-
Those games.
It's pilgrims.
I'm a white person.
I would say it's, dare I say it's 60-70% pilgrim at the game.
It's probably
80-90%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, so it's not so it's so this is like a
Do you know why? It's because white people are loyal. That's why.
no, it's
I am a white person.
I understand what's going on.
but see, when you go to a Raider game, you see, you might see 10% pilgrim at the game. Like it might be less than 10,
Right.
And it's all like brothers and brown.
Brothers and others.
Like black and brown. Up in that
Brothers
joint.
and others, like a black and tan.
And it is.
It's like a real good drink, black and tan.
Right. So I mean, it's just a different feeling. Then not to mention,
Revelation, man.
not to mention that the Coliseum is in like the hood. Like is
Alameda still?
no, it's in Oakland Coliseum.
Okay.
But it's like smack dab, like yeah, bro. You walk a couple
All right,
minutes.
so hey, I tell you what, man. We also have on the show. You know what? The lady of the house.
Yes.
Run E
MC.
Hi guys. You know what? I'm living the dream. I feel much better than last week.
Yeah, sound better.
While I don't sound normal, it's better. So I got some medicine and I got some extra rest.
Hey, folks, we're in the air tonight. So when I say in the air, so we don't have mics. We're on one device, one mic.
Yeah, we kind of experimenting right now.
All of us, and we are trying to see how this goes in our new venue. Now we have the capability to get back on the mics in the venue, whatnot, but we are trying to kind of see how it sounds. What do you guys think so far?
Yeah, we're trying to take a conversational approach where we're not necessarily sitting in front of a mic and doing like a studio show. We're just kind of sitting and having a round table. Like I almost want to bring a camera and just kind of like just stand it and sit
it out here. Yeah.
Sit it like right here.
I do like this better.
And
Not all the cords.
Yeah, all the cords. Yeah,
it's
it's just come in, and just have a conversation. Maybe like say maybe proper camera, like about yay big and catch the maybe have
The ambiance.
Yeah, just kind of
The ambience.
the ambiance. And the rest of it. Maybe have one mic sit up in the middle.
There you
Here's
go.
what I did. So I checked out our the people that listen to us, our constituents. And man, shout out to Collierville, Tennessee, man. They're strong. Collierville, Tennessee, and Wantagh, New York. Wantagh, WANTAUTAGH. Wantagh, New York.
Shout out.
Shout out to St. Petersburg, Florida. They all over it.
Hey, hold on. St. Petersburg, Florida. If you got an Airbnb, if you get a room, holler at the heavy hitters.
Right, let us know. We can do a show down there.
We definitely can come to Florida and do a show.
I'm nervous about those Airbnbs because I don't want to be on camera like, they put a camera in their room and you
That's
see
true.
them butt naked.
Hey, if there's a camera in there, somebody's going to get a show because that's just what happens.
Yeah.
Please don't do it because then
That's
it'll be
why I'm
some
being
sort of
on
sexual
Chatterbait.
harassment. But
That's why Bill Chatterbait not even know it.
I'm just saying, be careful, people, because if you have any sort of money, you're getting turned in.
Yeah,
Birmingham, United Kingdom.
the UK.
Birmingham, United Kingdom is our our fourth highest production of people that are from other places that watch us. Hey, Fort Lauderdale,
Again.
what's
Florida.
happening? Shout out.
And we definitely can do a show from Florida. For
Shout
sure.
out Fort Lauderdale, man. Listen to Heavy Hitters Radio Show. London,
London.
you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're the 6th. You're
Right.
in there, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't make the college player, but you in there.
That's hilarious. You know, I don't know why I wrote that like that. Like I can't even read that.
Is it Nashville or Nashville?
Noblesville.
Indiana. No.
It's Noblesville, Indiana.
Hey,
Shout out to the home team.
so first to the home team. Y'all beat Indianapolis, and we do
They
the show.
did beat Indianapolis.
And we do the show in Indianapolis.
Right.
From last week. So Noblesville, Ashbourne, VA, man. Shout out to everybody in Ashbourne, VA, and especially if you work at the
Best Buy.
The Best Buy.
And
for real.
Ashbourne, man, shout out to you. Hit us up, man. Heavy Hitters Radio Show on our Twitter is at Heavy
Underscore.
Hitters.
Underscore.
And if you don't have Twitter, hit us up on our Instagram at the Heavy Hitters Radio Show.
Yes,
Jeezy,
man.
where else can you hit us up at?
Man, you can hit us up at on Facebook at Heavy Hitters Radio Show. We already went over to Twitter and the Instagram, man. Or you can text at Moose at 31. No, I'm playing.
Yikes. Hey, man,
But you can't call into the
Yeah, you
show.
can't. We don't have the capabilities.
you
Right?
could tonight. You could put about
317-67 heavy.
Yeah, 31767.
You might need to use the number to make sure we still got it. Cause I know
We still got. We should start.
Somebody try it.
no, Google, because sometimes Google, if you don't use it for a while, they'll recycle that thing real quick.
That's pretty funny. Hey man, I tell you what, Mansfield, Ohio is also in the place.
Shout out to
Listening
the Buckeye
us.
State, man. Not
Yeah.
making the Final Four.
And Glendale, California, man. So you know, I tell you what, those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Top
Those
10.
are our top 10 markets that are listening to the Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we definitely, man. And then those, man, if we didn't mention your city, man. Tell more people about the show, man. So we'll shout out your city next week.
Hey, I tell you what, guys. So today we're going to talk about lots and lots of stuff, man. The Agents of Shield season premiere started.
I didn't watch it. Yeah.
Started on Friday.
Did you watch it?
I got all but the last 5 minutes.
So you ahead of me.
For what?
For what? Is it dope? Is it dope?
Oh my gosh!
I heard it was off the chain.
The cream, man, are there.
All right. That's enough. I'm pulling the moves. No more.
My bad.
I'm watching tonight.
All right, so I tell you what, man. So they're there. You know what? I've heard a lot about This Is It.
This is us.
This is us.
Those are my people.
I have not seen it.
Oh
but I heard
my
a lot about
gosh.
it. Is it a great show?
So I have been a little under the weather on my couch. Thank you, Hulu. I can watch all my shows. So I caught up on This Is Us. Oh my gosh.
How many times did you cry?
So I'm not really a crier, but like I was in my feelings a little bit. I did not cry, but I was like, oh my gosh! Like every episode hits you. And you just have this moment of like, what in the world I didn't see that coming, and it's just I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
So Randall, you guys will appreciate this. Randall is adopted, so he's black, and then so he's one of the 3 triplets. So Kate and her brother are white. So Randall's adopted. And so they're like going through high school right
Randall
now.
a brother?
Randall's brother. And so they're going through high school right now. So like
I'm sorry, is he a brother?
he's a brother.
Right.
And so
She said, brother.
so I did. So it's like late 80s, early 90s that they're like graduating high school. So they're going on these college visits. So Randall's like super smart. He's applying to Harvard and all of these Ivy League schools. And he's like, Dad, I want to go visit Howard. Right? So like his white dad takes him to Howard to like meet up with his friends. And like Randall has this moment of like, what do I do? How do I introduce like my dad who's white to like
my black
all
friend.
of these black guys I've now met at Howard. Like he had one friend there. And then like all of their parents.
You went there?
He was on a campus tour.
Yeah.
So they have not been admitted to college yet. But so it was just like a really defining moment for Randall. So a lot of the show is about like how they all grew up together and the challenges they faced. And
Let me ask you this question. I didn't watch the show.
yes.
When Randall decided to introduce his father to all his black friends, did he realize that nobody really cared at all?
So if Randall didn't say anything about it, it was very evident by how his friends acted that like no one cared or thought anything of
so
it.
to all my pilgrim friends, let's basically let me help you out with this. Nobody cares, man. In the black community, but if you don't care to your face,
To your face for sure.
for sure we don't care. Now when we go home and we do a pillow talk,
Hey, mama, guess what?
guess what? You know, it might come up,
Right.
but nobody's caring at
I
all.
mean, they're still in the house and eating everything. And you know, and this is Moose here because I can tell you that when I lived through desegregation, and so I met some very good friends that were staunch far West Side pilgrims, where I was a West Side a black child that lived near downtown.
Right.
But I hung out with
Ultra conservative,
far West Side pilgrims. And I never forget, my buddy invited me over to spend the night at his house. So I rode the bus home with him, which was different because we got to his house in like 5 minutes. Right? We on my bus,
Right.
it's 45 minutes.
right.
We got this house in 5 minutes. We off the bus. We had this house. They had like a dirt BMX dirt track next to his house. They had like a Beta VCR in every room. Then a couple VHSs. It was cool. And we had some of that stuff. Don't get me wrong. We had some of that stuff. But his mom's cooking dinner. And I've liked to cook, since I was a youngster. So I'm watching. His mom's like, hey, we're having chicken tonight. I'm like, man, I like chicken.
I like chicken.
And I figure she's like chicken. She's cooking chicken because Moose is staying at the house.
Right.
We having chicken because this guy from Harville is staying at our house.
But not knowing that they like chicken too.
And I was thrown off by the fact that, I never forget this, she put the chicken in a pot with some water,
Oh, gross.
and then she boiled it.
Gross.
What?
Oh yeah, that's
So-
normal.
She boiled the chicken.
That's normal. It's
So this wasn't
disgusting.
fried. It was baked chicken.
This was a Friday.
It's boiled.
Excuse me. She put chicken, a whole chicken, in a pot and filled it with water and then boiled it.
That's real.
Was it what kind of chicken was it? Was it boiled chicken? What?
It was boiled chicken, yes.
It's gross.
That was weird. Like, any seasoning in the water? They
I mean, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. You know, that's about
so
it.
they make chicken the same way I make my hot dogs.
Yes.
Yeah. The chicken back then. Now,
It evolves. This is like in the 80s.
I'm
80s, 90s.
talking early 80s here, right?
Yeah.
But however, early 80s, and you put the chicken in a pot, boil it, a little salt, a little pepper, dinner served.
Did you eat? Did you eat?
Yeah, I ate it.
Was it delicious?
No.
Not even close.
Hey,
Not even like, oh, that's good.
I love my buddy still to this day. I love his mama and his family to this day. But I never ate. I don't think I ever ate there again. And I would go there and I'd be like, hey man, I got money.
I got money.
Let's see if your mom will take us.
Yeah, I'll treat everybody. And I'm a kid.
That's so cool.
And so I did go back to their house, and I enjoyed their family. I still love their family to this day. However,
I'm not eating.
I'm not
their
eating
chicken.
boiled chicken. No, I'm not eating boiled chicken. And you know what's funny? So that's how it bubbles up. She blew on it to make the bubbles go down. I never forget that. She like blew on it.
Not only that, you getting like spit and all kinds of stuff.
Everything the mama got, we got.
Yeah, so if her and daddy had a little cookie before y'all got to,
We got
it was in the chicken. It was in the
That's
chicken.
gross.
Bodily fluids abound.
Gross.
Everybody's sharing.
You know, that's my boy
You
told
know
me.
what? Sharing is caring.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm
that's what my boy told me. He don't eat birthday cake, and I never put the two together. He said, I never eat birthday cake.
Yeah, my spitting on it.
He said, you said kid bought the candles? I was like, dude, I never put the two
Gross.
together. He's like, yeah. Dude, I never eat the cake.
It's gross.
I was like, wow.
I'm sorry, I have my own cake. Let me get the part farthest from the candle. Hey man, it's Heavy Ears Radio Show. You're
Yes.
listening. You know what? So far, we've already shouted out our top 10 states that listen to us. We also get some bruiser reviews in. We got some news you can use. And I tell you what, there was a lady. I got some indigestion.
Yes.
Speaking of the
Well, it's the big chicken.
Well, listen. In order to work on your indigestion, you take a spoonful of honey. Supposedly, a spoonful of honey. I need the health connections for this, but supposedly a spoonful of honey will help you with your indigestion.
No stuff.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
only ever heard of a spoonful of sugar to help with hiccups.
Helps the medicine go down.
It also helps the medicine go
What's
down.
the name of that show?
Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Really?
Look how excited I am.
That's a Heavy Hitters first, folks.
Mary
because,
Poppins.
Because we have a pilgrim moment.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am. I also have a Mary Poppins bag. Watch me pull a lamp out of it.
It makes it better. They are remaking Mary Poppins.
No, they're not.
I want to be Mary
It is.
Poppins.
Is it going to be a sister?
No, it won't. Trust me. The world. If they made Mary Poppins a sister, they were literally the internet. The world was literally.
Because there's already a black Disney princess. Calm down.
Ooh! We have one
Yes.
out of how? Wait, stop right
Yes,
now.
I know.
Wait, hold on.
She has to kiss a frog, too.
No,
Tiana.
Stop right now. Stop right now. I'm going to write.
Let's make
Are
a
you
list.
ready? I'm going to write.
There's Ariel.
Stop.
So, here we go.
Stop. I'm going to write.
Okay,
you guys
you write.
name.
Ariel.
Okay, I can't spell them all. But
Okay.
Ariel.
Ariel.
Cinderella.
Oh, yeah. Cinderella.
Snow White.
Snow White.
Sleeping Beauty.
White.
Rapunzel.
Sleeping Beauty.
Pocahontas is brown. She should go in the middle.
Rapunzel.
Pocahontas goes in the middle.
POA. Pocahontas.
Yeah, last week.
Who works for the government? Go.
Tiana is the black one.
What's her name?
Tiana. Princess Tiana.
That's how we do it.
Yes.
Hello, man. First of all,
Tiana.
First of all, I did not even know this. That we had a
Who
was it Beyonce?
She's the frog princess.
Did Beyonce play her in the movie?
I don't think so.
Okay, then. What one was Beyonce play?
Was she in a Disney movie?
She was.
I will look up.
Movies.
I will look up who Tiana
I'm
is
sorry.
after we.
Please keep naming the prince, because I'm sure there's more. There's one that's Polynesian.
Oh yeah, I don't know her name though. Oh, and then there's the fiery redhead from Ireland. What's her name? She's in Brave.
Oh, a fiery red from Ireland.
Ariel is also redhead. I forget her name.
Yeah, who else? So basically we got.
You said Polynesian?
She's
brown,
Irish. She's
Oh,
Irish.
so Polynesian goes over here with the other one, with the sister?
Well, I think Pocahontas and Polynesian go in the middle, and then Tiana's on the other side.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, did you just hear what Ron said?
Yeah.
So Tiana's not even with Pocahontas and the one.
I think that diversity.
Hold on. They're closer. They're in the middle.
Yeah.
The ones of color.
Yeah.
And the ones of not of the pilgrims. Did you hear what she said?
No pigment.
On the show.
Yeah.
The bias is real, folks.
Yeah. This thing is.
And she, you know what? And
That's
guess what?
how I grew up.
No. You know what? We're not passing judgment on
You are, and it's okay.
It's just a clear.
Yeah.
It's, you know what? It's clear and present danger.
It's clear.
Because if there was somebody of half color, she's going. In other words, she's going. Oh, they're with us.
I would.
Pocahontas is not with Tiana.
She's not.
And what's the other one? The one
Polynesian
that's with
one.
the
I'm
water.
looking them up right
with
now.
the water.
Oh, Jasmine goes in the middle too.
Who's Jasmine?
Jasmine from Aladdin.
Oh yeah. She can get.
Jasmine goes in the middle.
Hold on, Jasmine.
She's Middle Eastern.
Jasmine got to be with Tiana because she's Middle Eastern.
For real.
She's on the no-fly zone.
He's a real
We can't even go visit her.
Right.
And Mulan. She goes in the middle too.
Hold on, stop. We can't even visit Jasmine.
We can't even visit Jasmine.
We can't visit Jasmine.
And she's not coming here.
She has a pet tiger.
She's on the list.
She's on the list.
She's on the no-fly
Hey,
zone. Whatever that is.
Will you?
We can't visit.
Please put
Jasmine.
Jasmine and Mulan.
Which, by the way, Mulan is my favorite.
I know it is. I can't believe I forgot her.
Mulan, matter of fact, Mulan might be over here. I'm putting a line. Who else? What other Disney princess am I missing?
But see, the only one really.
The only one that's by herself is Tiana.
But no, in all fairness, there's only. When you got all those princesses, there's only these 5 with her matter. The rest of them are kind of new.
They are new.
Yeah, they don't.
Mulan is not
We all know that Cinderella is the one.
Cinderella is the princess.
Followed by Snow White.
Sleeping Beauty and Ariel.
Those are all
Those are
like
top 4 for
icon.
sure.
Those are like the Batman, Superman of like princesses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all these.
Yeah.
I need you to send me that because I'm going to post it.
Yeah, all these new affirmative action princesses don't even
Hold on, wait.
That's
You said
true.
affirmative action.
Yes, it is,
princesses.
man.
That's
yeah,
true.
it don't matter.
So
man.
that's Pocahontas,
That's it.
Jasmine,
What
Mulan.
would matter is if we make Cinderella black.
That would make a big difference.
No. Remember what
But
happened?
Ariel wouldn't be black because black people don't know how to swim, and she's a mermaid.
Yeah, that's true.
There's
That
not
is-
black mer people.
That is true.
Remember what happened a couple years ago when they made Annie
Rihanna.
black?
Black. Now the earth, the people.
Oh, yeah.
The Earth shit.
Dude, no. When they put a black dude in Star Wars when the space trooper took his helmet off, he was the brother. The
Man,
stormtrooper.
Everybody was like, I can't believe a stormtrooper is black.
It's black, yeah.
How can one of those guys be black? They wear white outfits.
Yeah. Then got mad but then I realized that Darth Vader, your favorite character, was voiced by
For sure, brother, from day one.
From day one.
I didn't know that.
James Earl Jones.
I didn't know that.
And you know what? Shout out to Interlochen, Michigan, where he was the man. Hey, so folks live in the Everest Radio Show. We just realized today that if you're a Disney lover, you really don't love black folks or people of
I
color.
love Disney, and I love black people.
Unless you love Pocahontas, Tiana, which is still cracking me up because that's a very, very black name. If I had a black daughter, I might not name her
So let me ask you a question. See, this is one of those
Jasmine and Mulan.
This was one of those catch-22s. So, if you have, I think we talked about like last week. If you have a princess that's a black princess, and you name her Princess, I don't know, Diana or some shit, I don't know. But people get mad because their name doesn't seem as ethnic. So you have, but then when you go to Tiana, which is an ethnic name, the people get mad when saying, "Oh, you're trying to be funny."
You're trying to go too far.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like Prince Tyrone. Would you be mad? Would you be mad?
I would not.
I would not, but there would be people who say,
Belle. Add her to the list. She's white.
Belle?
She's also one of my favorites. Belle.
"Who is that?"
From Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
I want her library.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
But once again, like there's only like three that matter. Like the Cinderella is and Snow White are the really because the seven dwarfs. When none of those.
I mean, those are old school, but I mean, even like new, like Ariel.
Ariel is not new.
She's been around a
The
while.
Little Mermaid came out in like 1992.
But I'm talking about the old iconic
The old ones, yes.
It's-
Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty.
and Rapunzel.
Right.
Well, but the movie Rapunzel is Tangled is new.
She's the one that's the fiery redhead.
No,
That's Brave.
That's
That's-
the same. That's
no,
Brave, which
that's
is a remake
no.
of Rapunzel.
Rapunzel is Tangled.
It's Tangled.
Tangle, yeah.
I know
okay.
my Disney.
And then Brave.
Oh, you know, hey guys, real quick. I'm sorry.
Merida
Hey, this is
something.
Moose in Big House, and you know what? I do not know my Disney princesses, and guess what?
I know my Disney
I'm a
Marvel.
black man, yeah. I don't know nothing about that. All right, my bad.
Well, I do.
Gunshots.
Bad.
But.
Yeah, but we don't have.
Princess Tiana lives in the bayou. Like, it just keeps
Of course
getting worse.
It just keeps getting better.
It gets better and better.
How you a princess in New Orleans? Like, how does that happen?
There's a lot of princesses in New Orleans.
No.
During February, when they.
Wait, so she's not even like a prince of a country. She's like a prince of a city.
She's a prince of a ward.
Ward.
The fifth ward.
fifth
It's
ward
Princess
princess
Tiana, Ghostface Killer. What's
She
the
works for-
She lived in a cozy house in New
What's the young?
Orleans.
What's
She's
the
not a
little
princess.
dude? What's the
Guys,
little
listen.
dude? Wait. What's the little dude?
Who?
Oh, he's the little guy that was in
Sneezy.
Scarface and them. Oh, what's his name? I'll think about it in a second.
So,
Bushwick Bill.
Bushwick Bill.
So it's Princess Tiana, Bushwick Bill, Scarface, and Willie D.
And Lil Wayne.
can I just read you how Tiana's story starts?
Yeah, please.
As a young girl, Tiana lived in a cozy little house in New Orleans. She and her father loved to cook together. They made the best gumbo in the
All
city.
right, wait. At least her father was
The
there.
father was there.
All right, go. Where's her mom, though? Anyway.
She's also here. It was their dream to one day open a family restaurant. So one night, Tiana made a wish on the Evening Star that their dream would come true. As Tiana grew up, she never stopped wishing for her own restaurant. But she knew wishing wasn't always enough.
The bar is
Here
so.
she is working at the
The bar is so
restaurant.
low.
She worked
in a
hard.
restaurant.
She worked hard to make her dream a reality, but that left no time for fun or for love.
So how is she a princess
The
again?
rest
on,
of
we're
them,
getting there.
The rest of them like lived in
The castle.
Belle did
Except for
not.
Cinderella. Cinderella she was kind of a maid, you know.
She was a maid.
But she got to go to a party. So if Tiana don't get to go to a party,
Okay.
I'm mad.
Well, I'm on page 4 of 16. One day, Tiana's friend Charlotte asked Tiana to bake her famous baguettes. Charlotte was throwing a masquerade ball for a prince named Naveen. Naveen? I don't know. With the money from...
He's
No,
Indian.
it's not. His name was Nathan.
it's Naveen.
Nathan. There you go.
With the money, Tiana would be one step closer to buying her own restaurant. Dressed in a princess costume for the ball, Tiana made one more wish on the Evening Star, still hoping it would make her dream come true. When she was done, a frog spoke to her. It was Prince Naveen. A magic spell had turned him into a frog. Only a kiss from a princess could break the spell, and Naveen thought Tiana was a real princess. So she's a liar. Tiana didn't want to kiss a frog. Then Prince Naveen offered to help
Call
her.
her a liar?
Only a kiss from a princess could
Yes.
break the spell. She's not a
She's not a
princess.
princess at all.
Tiana didn't want to kiss a frog.
She's a princess in her own house.
Then Prince Naveen offered to help her open a restaurant, so she closed her eyes and kissed him. So he is sneaky. But he didn't turn back into a prince. Instead, she turned into a frog. Frantic, Tiana and Naveen left the party and ended up in the bayou.
Damn, she had to turn into a frog.
So
They met an alligator.
So the moral of the story is
I'm not done yet. They're going to fall back in love.
If
and
you
be
are
people.
an African American Disney princess,
Don't kiss a frog.
you can't go up from kissing a frog. You go down into the bayou, and then at some point, then you work your way back up. So you can't just fall asleep.
You work your way up to a food truck.
You can't eat an apple, fall asleep, and then wake up a princess.
Oh, that's not how that story works.
You can't be up in the castle, grow your hair long,
Somebody come there and
and
get you.
somebody come here and get you. No. You can't be in the ocean swimming, meet a cat, and grow legs. No. What you gotta do if you are a black Disney princess.
Right.
You get to work in the kitchen now you do have 2-parent household, but then after that, you get to kiss a frog on a whim. You just rolling the dice, and then it doesn't work
They turn
out.
you into
Matter of fact, you turn into a frog.
And what did he turn into? See, he was too frog?
He was already
He
a
was
frog.
already a
right?
frog.
Then that frog, which he was already a prince before, by the way. And so then he takes you into the bayou, and then somehow you guys swim around and stay away from all the things that are in the bayou. And then at some point, yes, I understand you come back a princess and a prince. However, why do they have to go through all the nonsense?
He's brown too.
I just want to know that. I'm sorry, what did you say?
He's brown too. He's also brown.
Yeah, he's in the V. I mean, he's definitely from the Middle East somewhere.
His name is Navin.
But he's
It's
Indian.
Naveen.
He's an
It's
Indian.
Navin. Hey, folks, you listen to Heavy's radio show, man. This is Moose.
This is awesome, man.
A.K.A. Big This is Moose.
It's an awesome conversation we're having about. Like, just, because it's like the stuff that you know.
It's real.
It's real, man. Like, but this stuff is like your kids. Like, you never think about like the influence that has on kids, man. When they see, it's like I want to be a princess. Like, yeah, but no.
You know what? But if you're a Princess Tiana, you got to be a frog in the bayou first before you come out. You can't just eat an apple and go to sleep and wake up a
Yeah,
princess.
you're on a food truck.
No, yeah. You gotta get a counter at 34 for Keystone. You gotta get your food counter at 34 for Keystone. Man!
That story. I want to know. I want to know the writers who wrote this story. None was black.
I'm sure not.
I'm not sure because that is just that story is just like.
No, here's what happened. Here's what I would bet would happen. A bunch of pilgrims
Yep.
were sitting around a table.
Yeah.
They were like, we need a new princess.
Yeah.
And we need to be culturally diverse.
Yeah.
Let's write a story about a black princess.
Yeah.
And so they're like, why not the princess and the frog?
That's probably what it was.
And that's how it happened. And so they said, we'll make her this beautiful princess and we'll give her a dad so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. They got that one. They did it on purpose. It wasn't just her and her mom.
And like her dad wasn't like tragically killed or anything.
Yeah. But see, the thing is,
He just wasn't paying attention.
people need to understand diversity is not only on what you see on TV. You need
Black
diversity.
dads and daughters, don't let your daughters kiss dogs. Frogs, dogs. Sorry.
The thing
Or
is,
dogs.
diversity starts in the front office. Like, you need diversity making decisions. So a lot of these things, so therefore you know what decisions to make. You can't have
Like the Dove commercial.
the Dove commercial. Even with men writing lines and dialogue for women, it was bad. It was just change your order. Even when it comes to writing scripts for women, you need a woman to tell you their perspective on how
Yes.
things go, so you can write it correctly. If not, if you had a bunch of old white guys writing scripts for everybody, it ain't ever fun. It don't make sense.
It will be very obvious who wrote it.
Who wrote it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So and I watched Wonder Woman on the flight back from California, and to all those people that got mad that because in the Justice League, the Amazons, instead of wearing the full body armor, they had like their belly out. Just so you know, they had their stomachs out also in Wonder Woman. Some of them did. I recently watched it. So not all of them had the full shield. There were some with their halter tops on as well.
Speaking of belly shirts,
Yes.
why do the boys at Miami always wear belly shirts?
Oh, sports
with their,
comment.
with their, I'm serious. They're the only team that wears belly shirts. Why is your jersey all tucked up?
No. See, the thing is, I'm gonna give you an education.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Is it because it's hot down there?
Yeah, it's hot on that, but college football in general has always been half shirts. Just about. When we grew up, Miami was known. Miami, Florida State, all those southern schools, they all wore pretty much like half shirts.
So Miami just kept it going.
Well, yeah.
They said we're going to hold this tradition. I was just curious
See,
because
the thing is, also
they always wear belly shirts.
in college, there's no uniform policy, so they can wear different
Really?
shirts. Yeah, there's no uniform. I mean, there's no like restrictions on like put your socks up to here or
Right.
the shirt got to be this long. Like, there's no rules. Like NFL is like strict. You gotta have a towel here. The socks got to be pulled up and
Right.
tucked in and all that kind of stuff. College don't have those same rules, so you have a lot of guys wearing those belly shirts.
I only see them at Miami.
Yeah, in the U.
Yes.
But you know,
I just thought it was
but if you go back and watch like in the 80s, I mean,
that's true.
Bosworth wore. Didn't Bosworth,
Yeah.
Brian Bosworth wear the half shirt?
Yeah.
With a big shoulder pads?
Big shoulder pads.
Yeah. So I mean, it's and a big neck roll on the back. you know,
Yeah.
all that
I
kind of
actually wore a neck roll myself back in my day.
Yeah, so I mean, those guys, you know, in college is a little more lenient.
Hey guys, so there was a lady that was in the news that married herself.
I heard about. Okay, I think I heard about that.
All right, so she had a
Here we go.
she had a full-fledged wedding where it was just her, right? So like she, you know, she married herself, but she had like people there, like, you know, she had a photographer, videographer, she had people, she had a cake.
Did she vow to love herself till death?
Yes. What do you guys think about a person that will have a full-fledged wedding, a woman, a person marrying themselves?
Pineapple, I think she's batshit crazy.
Yeah. My thing is, did anybody show up to the ceremony? That's what I need to know.
Yeah.
I
Her friends are just as crazy.
think her friends are just as crazy as she is.
They probably were encouraging her.
What is so?
Yes, you should do it. Everybody deserves to have themselves celebrated. Oh,
I guarantee
you
you.
can celebrate yourself once a year on your birthday.
Was she a pilgrim?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a picture of her right there.
Is it a wedding picture of her?
Yeah.
She's hot.
She's a good looking woman.
What?
She's a good looking
She's
woman.
crazy.
Oh, she has to be
She has
really
to be
crazy.
She has to be crazy.
My
Like,
happiness does not depend on a man, says Laura Messi, Maisie, however you say her name, who claims to be the first Italian woman to join
She's
a
a-
worldwide trend for solo weddings.
Solo
Do you
wedding.
buy yourself a ring? Like, are you engaged to yourself before you have this
she said
wedding?
see, these are the lies that women tell themselves. You say, I don't need a man for happiness. You know what? When you realize that,
I will go on record and I will say, I do need a man for part of my
so
happiness.
you guys do realize that she was in a relationship for 12 years and it ended.
Does it say why it ended?
And at the end of that 12-year relationship, and then she turned 40 at the same time.
She's 40?
She said, I told my friends and family that if I had not found my soulmate by my 40th birthday, I would marry myself.
Moose, I wish you would stop right there. Ladies, that little phrase right there is everything. That's why a lot of y'all ain't together. Ain't with nobody. This soulmate garbage.
I don't think it's garbage.
It is garbage. There is no such thing as only one person for you on this planet. That it is ridiculous. There's how many billion people on this planet?
A lot. Here's what I will say though.
There's like 3 billion. 4 billion?
I do truly believe that with some people, and maybe it could happen more than once. For me, it has happened one time. There are some people you just have an immediate connection with.
There are 4 billion.
And it's different than connections you've had with other people.
There's 4 billion people or more on this planet. And you mean tell me there's only 1 out of 4 billion?
Well, that's what you get to choose to believe.
The numbers say it's almost impossible to say that there's only one person on the planet, on the absolute planet Earth, that's for you. That's ridiculous. So what if you live in like Texas and your one person lives in Bosnia? You out of luck.
I don't think that's how it works. That's not how I believe it works.
It may not work. So what happens if you live in, I don't know, California and your soulmate lives in Nevada? What happens?
So here's what I believe, and this is my personal belief. I believe that you are made for someone, and it might be more than one person, right? But I believe that there is a destiny that has been created. Listen, I believe there is a destiny that has been created long before you even realize it, and so it will just happen. I believe that that's how God works.
What?
That's how I believe God works.
So you're born in the same area where you live, in the same area where you live.
Yes.
So somebody says, I'm putting somebody, for everybody in this area, I'm putting somebody in your area.
No, I don't think they have to be in your area, but I think something will bring you together. Do you not travel? Could you not meet a human being when you travel?
I believe there's multiple people that fit you.
I'm not
perfectly.
saying that there only has to be one, but I truly believe that in every point in time of your life, everything happens for a reason, and there is a greater force, whatever you choose to believe in, that brings people together for a certain reason during a certain point in time. And that point in time might be 6 months and it might be 60 years, but that depends on where you're at.
I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. I think when it comes to relationships, I think because we are constantly evolving as a people. I am not the same person I was at 22. I'm not the same person I was at 25.
You're the same person you were at 22 minutes.
I'm not the same person I was at 30. You evolve. So my likes, my dislikes, what I would tolerate at 22, I have a tolerance for it at 39. You know what I mean? So because you evolve as a person. So it's like you encounter so many people that experience. So it's like going through relationship, bad relationship, good relationship, you evolve and you develop this whatever it is to where like, okay, this person fits what it is that based off my experiences, based off my life and dislike, this person fits me. I don't think it's like I'm destined to be with like, oh my God, you was placed on this earth just for me. No, I don't think so. You know, sometimes you might think the person that you want to be with will swallow. Then what?
Oh my God.
You're destined.
So that's where you draw the line?
Yeah, you're destined.
Spitters versus followers.
Hey, you know, I believe in relationship. I believe that number one, polygamy is a Western way of thinking, which is, you know, it's kind of silly. I mean, not polygamy, monogamy. It's kind of ridiculous. But we forced to live that way. To say that you only love one person is even more ridiculous, in my opinion.
At one time or in your life?
You know, at one time, you can love. I think it's possible to love multiple people at the same time.
I think everybody loves multiple people.
No, I'm gonna go.
For sure they do.
You can be in love. No, we're gonna do in love. Like that means something different. I'm gonna say in love, whatever that means. Somebody. Now I ain't talking about like the love of your sister or your sons or your daughters. I'm talking about like another person. I think you can love multiple people. Be in love with multiple people.
Is that because there's different
intangibles about different people?
Different intangibles.
Yeah, I mean, this is not. I mean, there's different things that you love about different people. You know what I mean? But because of society, because of how we live, you can't act on it. You just can't. You got to be like, all right, man. You just
so if you're one of those cats that did what you say polygamy earlier, where you know some of those guys, man, they'll have like
3 or 4 wives.
15. Some of them 15 wives.
Yeah. Now I won't want 15 wives. I mean, that'd be kind of ridiculous if you got to do with 15 different attitudes, man.
That's also expensive.
It's expensive. I mean, but
somehow those guys,
that's
like growing up, man.
30 children if each wife just has 2.
Like growing up,
that's a lot.
There would be times, man, where fathers back in the day would have a family on this side of town and a whole other family on that side of town. You think he ain't let them families equally the same?
That's true. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been at some funerals where that came.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah,
that came.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Here, the whole other family, because there was no internet. There was no. I mean, you can back in the day. Think about it. If you lived in Carmel, you can't have a family in Greenwood. Think about that for a second. Like, how many people from Carmel go to Greenwood? How many people from Greenwood go to Carmel?
Back then.
You ain't doing that. So
matter of fact, even now, really.
Even now. Yeah. How many times I can't get jokers to come to my house on the east side?
Yeah, true, because you live way out.
You know what I'm saying?
It's never far.
So think about that. So it's typically if you can literally have families on 2 opposite sides of the same city and never meet, and you can love them equally the same. But see, women can't comprehend it because y'all watch too many movies, and movies is always some guy interrupting the wedding.
Oprah always messed it up.
Yeah, man.
You get a life. You get a life.
I'm gonna give you a movie to watch. I'm gonna give you a movie to watch.
Okay.
It's called Don Juan. You probably seen it. I don't know if you've seen it. Don Juan. Don Juan is a movie about this guy who was pretty much like a womanizer or whatever. He watched porn and all that kind of stuff. He kind of breaks down relationships.
And by the way, we're coming soon with news you can use more and
Grisman Reviews.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of about that. But basically, what he does he kind of breaks down why you never let a woman go to a chick flick. It's like when she watches that movie, it's like she puts herself in that position of the female character, and it's always like, you know, this. I want somebody to love me the way. I wish somebody loved me the way he loves her.
What's wrong with wanting one man to love you?
But see, the thing is,
And only you.
when you say because when you watch a movie, you're not factoring in that there's music playing. Because it's cinematography, so you gotta
Right.
have there's music playing to get you in the mood. There's all this stuff happening. In your regular life, ain't no background music. It's just cars and fucking horns.
I know if you're chilling with Moose, it's ESPN
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no-
and the fan.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no music playing. Ain't there's no.
I know why it makes me laugh.
Your eyes
I'm
don't.
on my own stuff, and this ESPN and the fan.
You know what I mean? Your eyes don't pan in. Somebody's, it don't do that. It's regular life. But movies make everything so dramatic. You know what I mean? And so y'all fall in love.
You
with,
didn't answer my question.
no, but y'all fall in love with the dramatic. Y'all fall in love with the guy coming in at the last minute. He's gonna come in and break up the
Shut
wedding.
up.
Yeah. No, I love you. Like that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, yo. Tell me a love story, a movie, your love story that started from 10 years in. Every love story is always on what we met and we go through our dating and we get married.
No, they broke
We broke up
and
and then get back together. It's all new, right? You see my point? It's all new. Show me a movie besides a Notebook.
So you know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. I think
I'm gonna think about it.
you know what I feel like. Hey folks, let me his radio show some Moose and get big. I think that I need to write a love story, and in the love story, the background to my love story is like ESPN, NFL football games. Like in every love making scene is like sports related, right? Or fans going on, and you know what else I feel like? I'm making myself laugh now, and I just feel like it needs to be like real stuff. Like, well, you know what, man? I'm sweaty right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, you want to do it right now, or should I leave right now? Wait, should I go wash up real quick first? You know, because like you never see that like in a love story where they're like, hold on a second, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I got to use the bathroom. Hold on a second.
But it's not real life. Well, the guy is some hot guy with 8-pack abs. You know, that ain't the real guy. And trust me, ladies, the guy.
I got my shirt. I'm gonna keep my shirt on.
But keep it 100. The guy with the 8-pack abs, yeah, he don't want you, though. He's more into himself.
He's got to keep that 8-pack abs.
He care about more like.
You said 8-pack?
Yeah. But when you go to a strip club, ladies,
He's really in shape.
ladies, you go to a married review, like most of those guys are gay.
What?
Do you know that?
Hey man,
No, a lot of male strippers are gay. Like
I've never been in a
Where do
strip.
you even go to see male strippers?
They have like male reviews.
He's side somewhere.
They don't have strip clubs.
Yeah, no, they do. What is it?
PTs?
I think there's a night maybe where the dude.
Yeah, it's like a night, but because there's not enough. First of all, there's not enough women that will go on a consistent basis. So it has to be an event. It has to be like.
That's for sure women that are going.
I mean, like, if there's a male strip club, it'll be packed like once a month. For like a special night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, you know what I mean? For once, I mean, men go to strip clubs because we gonna see movies and booties like every day. So
You know what? Hey, I'm going on the record right now.
But all Jesus don't like strip clubs.
It's smooth. We both going on record.
Yeah, I'm not a
Heavy
fan.
hitters are not fans of strip
I'm
clubs.
not a fan.
I'm not a fan either.
Yeah.
I have buddies that are like, hey, let's go like, no.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm the same way. I'm the same
not cool
way.
with that. I'm not one of
I mean, I've been. I'll go, but I just the idea of me giving you money to dance with me is just like, are you serious?
Oh, you're dancing in front of me. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not.
I think I had like maybe 2 lap dances in my life. Now one,
what's
they were
up?
very excited. She was a Cuban.
How old were you?
I was 30.
It was like last year.
34.
Oh, no. Okay.
I went to Atlanta. I went to Follies. She was Cuban.
It was good.
Oh my God.
She was like Cuban
LGZ
Pete.
came out.
LGZ for sure. The thing is, the only reason why I was getting the loving I was getting because she was more into the female friend that was there and not me.
All right, so
But I was a beneficiary of the dance.
hey, this is Moose, man. I'm not into strip joints at all. Like, I'm just not.
I'm not. I'm just not into like.
I'm going on record right now. So
Yeah, I'm not giving you money to dance with me.
All right,
I'm not 12. Seeing you.
But she has a child and she's trying to work her way through college.
But why should I have to support that? It's equal rights, man. It's we're in a new era of the world,
It's
man.
hilarious. me too. Hey, so all right, folks. You listen. This is what's happening. So if you just tuned in, we're about 49 minutes in, and we are at Sticks, and it's
361.
361.
I keep on saying East, like
It's not.
It's not. It's just Indiana.
Yeah, that's what I got practice.
You ever notice-
It's 361.
Indiana.
Indiana.
You ever notice like all the shows we done have a 3 in them? 316 East Market, 36 East Washington,
A 3 and a 6.
and then 31.
361.
The Buddha was 36 East, 36 East Market, or 33, whatever East Market.
It was 30-something.
That's crazy. Symmetry, numbers.
Is it numbers?
It's a thing.
The summers.
Is there some sort of
connection?
significance?
361.
Indiana.
East. No, it's not East Indiana.
Just Indiana.
We can say
361.
Indiana.
Indiana. Yeah, it's
You should
crazy.
say it more excited.
Like,
Indiana's a cool
361.
thing. No, just say Indiana.
Let me actually, speaking of that concept, I have this. We're gonna go on the road with Jeezy for a minute. LGZ.
All right, let's hear it, LGZ.
You
LGZ.
ever wonder why certain cities just sound the way they sound? It's almost like it was destined to be a good city. Like,
Can I have an example?
for example, San Diego. When you hear like I live in San Diego, California, what do you automatically? How does that make you feel? Just saying it.
So I love San Diego.
Right, your face
Makes
is
me
smile.
happy.
It makes you happy, right? You just smile. But then,
beautiful.
right. But if you say like Mooresville, Indiana, you know what I mean?
But I also know both of those places.
But no,
I would like an example of a place maybe that I don't know.
No. But what I'm saying is,
Like, I'll picture Paris,
say,
Tennessee to be just like this magical place.
No.
I've never been there. I
No,
know.
but say Mooresville, Indiana. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel
Like,
like I'm missing teeth.
look, your whole expression changed. Like you're not smiling. You say San Diego. So if I say Santa Clara, California.
It's the way you say it. Nobody says it like that.
Okay, Santa Barbara, Los Angeles.
I don't see. I think LA is kind of gross.
But what I'm saying, but like,
But I
it's,
like San Diego.
like Los Angeles sound. But then you say like Baltimore, Maryland,
Yeah, that doesn't sound as exciting.
Atlanta.
No one talks like
Nobody
that.
says that.
Everybody say Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm telling you, guys,
Atlanta.
and what are you doing this weekend, Moose? I'm going to Atlanta. Nobody says that. Nobody
Or
says
New
that.
York, like you just sound like New York. You just like I'm from New York. You say like,
I don't know what you mean, son.
but all these major cities have it has like a name that rings. These are like Indianapolis.
No, I don't say it like that.
Yeah,
Like, where
but-
are you from? I'm from Naptown, dog.
It still have a ring to it, man.
Yes, it does.
It don't have a ring.
I like Indianapolis. I
You
don't
like
like the
it.
weather today, but
No, I'm saying, but does it have a ring to it?
yes.
Like
You know what?
Chicago,
Indianapolis.
like Chicago.
Listen how you say it. That's because you say
Chicago
it like
doesn't have a
that.
ring to it.
Chicago.
Folks, if you could see his face.
Chicago.
I wish
you
you could
say-
all see his body movement. Like,
Hey,
we
what
need a
about
camera
this?
tonight.
Hey, man, I'm from Gary. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm from Gary. I'm from Gary, Indiana. Gary.
Okay, so right, it's not.
It has not. It doesn't make
Can you say
feel.
one of those delightful?
Gary.
Hold on.
I'm from Gary.
No, you know, we
San Diego.
Yeah, we went.
That's not how you said it earlier.
San Diego.
We went to. Yeah, it's.
You know what
What
I
you
mean?
used to say? Like, say.
Where you
say
at?
all the fair.
I'm from Napa. I'm from Napa.
Stop it, and then like filming.
I'm from
And then-
Napa.
and then I want you to say all the.
Sacramento.
I want you to say.
You know what I mean?
I want you to say all the chords. Like, all right, you ready?
Yes.
All right, ready, go.
San Diego.
And what else is a beautiful place to say?
Santa Clara.
And then, and then what else? What's it?
Atlanta.
Is there more?
Savannah, Georgia. This doesn't sound nice, right?
Okay, so all those are nice. All right, now stop it. All right, now I want you to say the one that you do not like.
Okay.
Gross ones.
All right, so start with Gary.
All right. Gary, Indiana.
What else?
Mooresville. Indiana.
Name another state.
Let's say we got Louisville, Kentucky.
That's funny.
It's like
What else?
Green
Paducah.
Bay,
What
Wisconsin.
about Paducah?
I live in Green. You live in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh man.
Exactly. You literally said all.
But no, wait.
You literally said all man.
Milwaukee.
Right. Des Moines.
That was impossible. I
live in Des Moines, Iowa.
Milwaukee was positive.
I live in
You know what?
Baton Rouge.
Syracuse.
I live in Baton Rouge. But the good one.
What if you said Baton Rouge?
It still sounds
Fancy.
no.
I spoke French.
I live in
I
Lafayette.
spoke French for a second.
I live in Lafayette.
Folks, you listen to Heavy on the show, man. And,
This is so.
We love you.
I'm not sure
We love you
what-
even if you live in one of those
all those
places.
states, man. Like, hey, shout out to Collierville, Tennessee. Wantagh, New York. Hey, folks, Heavy's radio show, man. It's Moose A Big House, man. You got the star of the show, the one, the only AG's up here, and the lady of the house, man. Run. E.
MC.
Yeah, she's up in there. And I tell you, we're at Sticks. Sticks is at 361
Indiana.
Indiana Avenue. And I tell you what, it's cool, man. If you go upstairs, you can smoke some sticks.
As soon as I get done with the show,
And then you can come downstairs and get some good food without the smoke.
Upstairs, you can have your own remote too.
Are you talking about when you're watching TV?
I am talking about when you're watching TV. It's like
Like-
you're at home.
What?
You don't even have to dress up to come here.
I think that's what like most. Don't get me wrong. It's a fine dining. It's a very nice establishment.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that, man, like, cause I can't smoke in my house. So the fact that I can just come down here, man, get the clicker, put my feet up like I'm at the crib, and
I'm sorry.
It's cheap and
Every
comfortable.
translation for crib.
is house.
Okay, so you're at the house.
Yeah. So you at the house, man. You can come here and really just have a good time. You know.
Let me tell you something else. I don't know what it is, but when I leave here, I'm well hydrated. Like,
It is
I don't care who's
solid
doing it, but
service
like,
here.
the service is amazing.
Yes.
The service is amazing and the food is amazing. I like the pho. The Vietnamese pho, PHO. The Vietnamese pho soup is my favorite. And I didn't even know I liked it, but I've gotten it 2 weeks in a row, and I can't wait till next week to get it again.
I tried it and it was delicious.
I'm gonna try it.
Here's what I need.
It's good.
Next time I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna get more hot stuff, which is what's the name of it?
Sriracha?
I'm gonna get more sriracha and a little bit of oyster, but more sriracha, make it a little bit spicy,
I like
and then I'm on and popping.
the pork fried rice is amazing.
It looked
Man.
delicious.
Hey, man, I tell you,
I also had teriyaki chicken on a stick.
That we ate that. Teriyaki on the stick was.
Hey, so folks,
and
I tell you what,
real quick, by the menu, real quick. If you just want some wings, man, the
Right.
wings are phenomenal here, man.
if you want some good Vietnamese food, come to Sticks on Indiana Avenue, man. These guys are loyal to their folks, man. They're delicious. They have scallop rolls. They also have sushi rolls, along with crab legs and wings and that kind of thing.
No one told me there was sushi. I'm getting sushi next week.
So check it out, folks. Sticks. 361
Indiana!
Avenue.
Yeah, so that's how we do it. I tell you what, if you want commercials, we got you. We got you on these commercials, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, all right. So brews and reviews, guys. It's time. So I know briefly I talked about the fact that I saw.
Do you want to explain Bruiser Reviews first?
Please do. Go.
So Bruiser Reviews is the Aviator's rating system. So it is reversed. So the more brews it takes you to get through something, the worse it is. So like 1 to 2 brews, amazing. 7 brews, you should.
David Copperfield.
No, it's not quite David Copperfield.
David Copperfield was like
Cocaine.
2 12 packs and a 2 lines.
I did. Somebody was going to David Copperfield on my Facebook the other day, though. I thought of you guys. I'm going to find it while you
Man,
guys talk.
was you a good friend? Did you warn them?
So I don't think I was that close to them because I probably would have said something.
Has the show not changed?
The show,
in 20
man,
years?
the has not changed in 20 years. Like, that's the problem. Like, when I was a kid,
doing stuff.
when I was a kid, the whole motorcycle riding with people was like, oh, that's awesome because you don't see what's going on, but like nowadays, like magic and illusions have taken things like the next level where they're throwing cars and sticking the glass between the glass, and it's all kinds.
David Blaine was here yesterday, by the way.
Yeah, why did I miss that?
And none of us went to see
Maybe that's
him.
what I saw on Facebook.
He
None
was
of us
here?
went to, he was at the old National Center.
I would have went.
I would have
I would have went to see Derek Blaine for sure. I would have went to see
I
Derek
would have
Blaine.
went to see him too, and I just saw it like on Facebook today.
Who's the promoter though? It's like if you're the thing is, if you're
You got David Blaine in town, you're supposed to be black.
if you're running ads on Facebook, you ain't doing a good job because nobody listens. I mean, you got to run because everybody's on Facebook,
Right.
so you have to run your ads on Facebook, literally to let people know
That's
you're in
true. As
town.
I sit here scrolling through Facebook.
It was David. Yeah, you got to put your ads on there because I don't even know you here because who's passing out flyers? I don't go out. I don't watch the news.
And speaking of that, the 12 DJs of Christmas, Jeezy, is at Pan Am Plaza.
I'm there because I ain't the vote.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I can't
if you
wait.
just said Jesus at the bowl, I'd be like, yes, I'm out.
I'm never going to
But,
see it.
but now I'm in.
As a matter of fact, it's more than 12 DJs, which is weird. But anyway, all right. So, and my man DJ Top Speed is going to finish up the show. He's going to crush him. Hey, folks. All right. So, this Moose, and I watched the opening, the new season to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're in space.
That's,
They have their powers. It's just a crew. And if you see it, I can't even tell you. If you haven't seen it, I can't even tell you what's happening. But oh my gosh, because I'm a man of a certain age, so I do not say OMG. I don't say that. Oh my gosh. I can't wait till you watch it. I want you to text me. Now, if you watch it tonight, I'm going to be asleep.
You get it in the morning.
Yeah, I'm going to say it in the morning, but when you watch it and you tell me, just tell me. That's all I want you to say. Oh, I can't believe what I saw.
You watched it 2 hours too?
I watched the whole thing. Now, excuse me. I fell asleep about the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you probably catch up on that the next week. But yeah,
last 5 minutes, I might watch it tonight before I go to sleep. But I'm just saying,
So
man.
if I haven't seen all of the seasons, am I going to be confused? Like, will I fully appreciate
Yes,
this
you
episode?
you won't.
You will not appreciate it one iota.
Like I told you last week, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, if you haven't been on the journey, then you wouldn't understand, like, you won't be connected with the characters. Like, now you watch This Is Us.
Yes.
So say how you start, like, if you just started watching
I am
now,
connected to
the
that.
connection with Brian, you wouldn't have the connection because you won't know Brian's whole backstory. You want to go through that journey. Is his name Brian? Yeah, see, I don't know.
His name is Randall.
Randall, yeah. So
Is that the brother?
yeah,
Yes.
brother. So you don't know Randall's story. So if you just come in and watch, you like, well, why is Randall? Why is it? Because you don't know. You didn't watch him go through this, and you, as a viewer,
That's
you
true.
didn't go through it with him.
Might introduce myself again. Hey, this is Moose at Big House, and I am not a binge watcher. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just want to tell you.
I am.
I'm LGZ, and I am a binge watcher.
You are a binge
My
watcher.
name is Run, and I have a problem.
Yeah.
Yes, Netflix, I am still watching. Thank you for fucking asking.
Hey, what? I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
So that,
They do. Netflix
I hear a
do.
lot of people like you get it. Like
It makes you feel
Do you feel
terrible.
bad about
Yeah.
yourself?
Yes, because it plays for like 3 hours,
3 hours.
and then it will ask you, "Are you still watching?" Yes,
And
I am still watching.
You have to say,
No.
here's what it should say.
Have a life, motherfucker.
Look,
Do you have a job?
Are you gonna take a
taking a
bath?
nap?
Yeah, right.
are you gonna take a shower today?
Right.
No, I'm not.
This should say pee break question mark.
Are you sleeping?
Right.
The heaviest. All right, so wait. I want everybody to think of their ultimate 3-hour Netflix question. Are you ready?
All right, go ahead.
It's on the books. Are you ready? Who's first?
You first.
I'm first. Oh gosh. Okay, here we go. And I'm not even a binge watcher, so I gotta really come up with. No problem. I got it.
3 hours. Netflix.
3 hours later, and here's the. So does it make a noise or something? Or does
No, it just pops up.
It pops
Says,
up.
"Are you
It
still
just-
watching?"
So, when so it goes off,
The episode goes off.
and then a message pops up.
So for 3 hours, it'll just play the next episode in that series.
Yeah, countdown.
And then
at the bottom.
yeah, and then after 3 hours, it'll pop up.
And then a question pops up, and Moose's question is, are you seriously still sitting there watching TV? I know it's not that funny, but that's what mine would say. Or better yet, Don't you have something else to do, mother?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the rest.
My, and I'm not gonna say the word, but the perfect one would be like, damn N-word.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Like, you still
Don't you got, look, so you actually ours to go together.
Yeah.
Damn N-word. Don't you got something else to do? M-word?
Right.
So, Ron, what's yours?
Is it just you and your 13 cats, or do you have human friends?
That's hilarious. That's a good one. All right, folks. So anyway, man, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., this new season is the bomb. I'm saying Zero Bruise. It's still dark. It's always happening at night, which I'm not a big fan of shows that happen in the dark, but it's it's in space, so that's what we're doing.
So I guess I'll have to binge watch the previous seasons I haven't seen when I have a little bit of time in the next couple of weeks.
It's almost worth it. Only because like the main characters that are there are the ones that
But
have
I
been
watched like seasons 4 and 5.
They've been fully developed. You know what? You might be able to, because you know what? The only thing is the people that are in the show. The people that are in the show the people in the show are referencing. They're referencing stuff that we already know. What it said?
The same thing we said. Biggie Gates. You should say really. That's what he said.
Yeah. Comment on it. All right, folks. Everybody's ready to show. Does anybody else have some Brews and Reviews?
I do. If you're watching, if you want to,
is it your Android?
No, right.
Oh.
If you have
I do.
there's a show called White Famous on Showtime, and this is like the Jamie Foxx loosely based story. Was a comedy. Give it a watch. It's with Jay Farrell, who does all the impressions, where he's like the main character, and it basically goes through how, like, if you too funny, like I guess he did a movie with Jamie Foxx, like one of the episodes, he did a pilot, and he got more laughs than Jamie Foxx. So Jamie Foxx was like, nah, man, I don't want him in the movie. So they cut him out. Yeah, so it's like so he goes with his journey with the agent. It's with Ian Rappaport is in it. Michael Rappaport is in it. Actually, old girl with the real black chick with the real nice lips. What was her name?
I'm sorry. Did you say a black chick?
Yeah, she real.
Most of them do.
No, real. Her name is
Most of them do.
What was her name?
Like the Fox.
Folks, contrary to popular belief, most black chicks have.
But anyway, it's a very.
From Bad Boys. Bad Boys 2.
Oh God.
Sister.
Yeah.
Name a game show. Name that sister.
Name that sister.
Look, she plays Martin. What's his name? Little guy.
Gina?
Not Will Smith. The other one in Bad Boys. What's his face?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Hey, Everett's Radio Show,
I figure out
folks.
the lady's name.
I'll tell you what, man. Today's show. You might remember the title of the show?
Something about handwritten bills or something.
Handwritten bills. That's exactly what it is. If you've seen the new tax bill, it got past the first part of our government at around 1 o'clock in the morning. What was that? About 3-4 days ago, over the weekend, and there was handwritten notes on it, and it still got passed. Now, we'll tell you that not one Democrat voted for it.
Why is that allowed?
It was because it's not about whether Democrats or the Republicans vote for it. It's a number of people, and they have a number of people. I think it was the Senate. I think it was on the Senate side.
She's one, but not her.
I think it was on the Senate side. And so they have this new tax bill now. If you make over $150,000, you cool. If you do not make over $150,000, you will have a few issues with your taxes. Mm-hmm. And I would encourage you to.
You still eat pretty good though.
Huh?
You still eat all right. You be all right.
Yeah, I would tell you that there's one thing. It didn't have anything to do with the major tax bill, but here in Indiana.
Yeah, making good.
Here in Indiana, in matter of fact, in Indianapolis and Marion County, they have like a, oh man, it was like a $1 billion tax increase proposal for Indianapolis Public Schools, where $700 million was for an increase for teachers, and they got a 2% increase in their income, and then the rest of it was for health care benefits, which now I understand makes sense. And then they had the rest of the $250 million was for building improvements and security, for the children and for the school teachers. And I thought to myself, all right, so what does that mean? So if you have a house, right? You own a home in the city, and in that city, the home is worth $150,000, then you will pay an extra $40 a month in taxes.
Yeah, I'm not for that.
To help the students.
Yeah, no, man. I own my house not going up $40.
$40 a month. That's all we're saying.
Nah, I'm cool.
What about investing in the children and the?
My kids don't go to school here, so.
So I will say this.
Your kids go to private school, so.
Mine don't. They don't go to private school.
Go to private school.
Not anymore. No, we go public. Fully funded public school.
I think that as a society, we're disservicing the children who are the future of our communities. So here's the thing: if you can think whatever you want to, LGG.
Well, let them lead the way.
I don't know what song that is.
Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
Was that before my time?
Keep going.
Or is that a remix? I don't know what's going on. But I think urban students. Stop.
Let the children laugh.
What is the song?
The greatest love of all.
Was it just like? Was it before my time? Is that why I don't know it?
I resigned long ago, never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, I'm because the greatest love of all is inside of you. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what that song is, but I truly believe that was beautiful.
Very good.
I truly believe that urban students do not have the same educational opportunities as students in suburban and rural settings. Here's why. Those school districts in urban settings do not have the same resources that suburban and rural schools have. They don't have the same draw for teachers. They don't maintain teachers. If you look at IPS teachers, there are a bunch at the top that have 20 plus years. There's hardly anyone with years of service between 5 and 10. And then there's a huge amount less than 5. Because in the world of education, if you have 5 years of experience at your district and you move districts, they will not pay you for any more experience than that. So if I have 10 years and I leave, I will only get paid for 5 years of experience. So most teachers leave before they hit that 5-year mark. So you can get in at IPS because they're always hiring teachers. So teachers will start there, but they don't stay because they don't have the resources, right? So those students.
Can you tell us about some of the stuff they need? Like,
you
have to buy your own copy paper.
So teachers in IPS, depending on your school. So I know for a fact a school on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Each teacher in that building gets $100 a year to spend in their classroom. So I'll give you 2 good examples. So I'll give you an IPS example and a suburban example. So the teachers in that building get $100 to spend for their classroom for the entire school year. Now, you have to buy your own printer ink and your own copy paper. So those teachers spend $100 on copy paper for their kids. So they're not buying glue sticks and crayons and construction paper. They're writing grants to get that stuff donated to their school. Now, LGZ, I need you to wait just 1 second. So then if you go to a suburban school, those schools have resources for their teachers. For example, a new teacher, a teacher that has experience but new to this school corporation, this year got an easel that was $200, wobble stools for their students. So she got like 6 or 8 of them. So that was another $200.
It's a wobble stool.
They are stools that don't sit flat, so you have to balance yourself on the stool. So it helps students that have trouble sitting still.
Remember back in the day where your teacher said, "Be still."
Okay.
Yeah,
Now
it helps that.
the child is like trying to figure it out themselves.
Okay.
The same teacher also got light covers because the fluorescent lights give her a migraine, so those are about $500. She got $500 to spend on books for her classroom. Right, so like this school had the resources for this teacher to make her feel valued and to get things for herself and for her students. So there are two very different aspects, and so it's hard when those are the two aspects for teachers to stay in IPS when they know that they can go somewhere else where the children are less stressful, families are less stressful, and you have the resources. Like you don't have to fight for copy paper.
All right.
LGZ.
LG's for the speak real quick.
I know
All
how to
right.
talk about education.
No.
so go ahead.
I'm gonna go a different route. I'm not even talking about education in itself. Has anyone? I'm just a guy sitting at Sticks doing a podcast. Has anybody in the school district thought like, my school is named Benjamin Banneker. Why can't I be called, I don't know, Benjamin Banneker, sponsored by Staples? Like, go out and get an advertiser for your school, and put their name on your school, and have that corporation donate school supplies because they got the money. They got money to do it. They get publicity because now, if your school is pretty good, let's say Ben Davis added Ben Davis Office Depot. Office Depot presents Ben Davis or whatever. So now when Ben Davis play basketball games, they got Office Depot on their jersey, and everywhere when they go to state, everybody see Office Depot. It's like advertising. But yet Ben Davis school supplies are paid for by Office Depot.
Well, here's the other thing, though. You said schools that are doing well. So schools in urban environments generally do not do as well as other schools.
As far as come on, test scores.
Yes.
I'm not talking.
That's how the state.
But listen, I'm not talking about nothing. I'm not talking about tests, books. No, I'm talking about strictly school materials. All these Staples, Walmart, all these major corporations that have tons of school supplies. Why not say, you know what? Why don't you sponsor my school? I'll put your name on my school, and you just give me free school supplies, and you get free advertising. Has anybody ever thought about that? No. But no, you want to go in my pocket, because I have no ties to your school at all, and ask me for $40. You can ask Walmart who got it, they got it to give, and let them give it to you. Number two, why are we still using paper in general anyway? Like, why is paper even an issue? When literally why are we using paper in 2017?
Those schools don't have technology.
You mean to tell me that an iPad that costs literally, you mean to tell me there's not enough money in that school to get
But it's not just for, like, you can't just buy iPads for that school. The whole district has to have the technology initiative.
So you can't go to Apple and say, Apple, look here, this is what I got going on. Can you give me that's a new iPad. Just give me an iPad 1 or 2 that costs freaking $50 now, and from my students. They won't.
No, you can't do that. The technology is moving past the original iPad, so you have to have
at least a 2.
You have to have an iPad Air or earlier to make that happen now. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? But all these corporate
hold on a second, though. You realize how many schools there are, how many students there are, and every last one of them will be asking for iPads and whatnot.
Okay.
They don't have it.
What do you mean they don't have it?
For the whole, because
every school corporation.
it would have to be for the whole country, because if one school corporation does it, then everyone's going to ask. So instead, these school corporations write grants. They try to get federal money. Parents and community members
to buy more paper, right?
It's not always paper.
School supplies is papers and pencils. You get an iPad, you eliminate all that.
No, it's books.
I got an iPad when I can read books on an iPad. Like, why do I gotta have
It's not
books?
an option, Mike.
But what I'm saying is, like, why do we need books when I can literally go to Audible, I can literally go to any book thing and get all my books on an iPad. So why are we buying books still? Like, why are we doing that?
Some of the families cannot even afford basic
Technology
book rental.
fees.
So they can't afford technology
Give me
fees.
one technology fee. We're not buying pencils. We're not buying books. It's
Excuse me,
literally,
wait, hold on,
it's literally
hold on,
all on my
hold on.
iPad.
This-
Maybe I'm dumb. So I don't know.
No, you're not dumb, brother, but that's what I'm saying. So, you know, the school has to pay for the internet. The school has to pay for all the technology.
How much the internet costs, man? It can't cost that much.
For
Business costs about $100 a month.
okay, you know what? Say you had 100 computers in the school, right? Which you
You probably need a T1.
so you need, you know, so it's not $100 a month. It's not.
For a T1 line is
It's
about.
not.
Well, but here's the other thing.
It's not
So
$100.
these schools are not equipped to handle that many devices on the Wi-Fi because they haven't had it. So the Wi-Fi would also have to be redone in order to accommodate all of those wireless technologies.
So it requires putting a tower up somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what that requires. What I know is they have a lot of wired
Because
computers.
Wi-Fi is literally, we can all be on. There's 100 people on their cell phone right now, and I'm not having any issue.
I'm sorry, Jeezy.
The point I'm making
You know
is
what?
buildings are not
You know what?
equipped.
I started this conversation with we can do a whole bunch of stuff if you just pay $40 extra a month. If you pay $40 extra a month, if you pay $40 extra a month, some of this stuff can happen. Are you gonna pay it?
What I'm saying is, I'm paying $40 a month for outdated technology. No, if you want to tell me my $40 a month is gonna go to get these schools equipped for the 21st century, we say, you know what? We're gonna make sure there's Wi-Fi adaptable. We don't have to buy books. We're not depending on school supplies and pencils and all that kind of stuff. That makes sense. But don't tell me we buying pencils and paper and like something that's outdated. When I was a kid, like, no, man, everybody has an iPad. Everybody needs to have not just an iPad, but some type of tablet. That's where we're moving to. So, like, let's invest in that kind of technology. Not for the kids to take it home. You leave your tablet at school, because I know what happens when you get home.
What if I don't learn like that?
What?
What if I don't learn like that and I lose it?
No, you don't take it home. You don't take a tablet home.
How do
You know
I
how
do
many things get
homework?
lost in a classroom every single day?
How do I do homework?
I don't know how things get lost in the classroom. I have no idea how that happens.
There's black holes in every single classroom.
I'm sure it is, but you're not going to lose a tablet.
But here's the other thing. So with that, with raising property taxes $40, that provides teacher raises, right, which has not happened in a long time. And let's be honest, teachers don't make a whole lot of money.
When you say
And-
teachers make a whole lot of money, what is the average teacher salary?
Starting teacher salary is $37,000.
Okay, what grades are you teaching for $37,000?
K through 12.
All of them.
Okay.
The other thing, though, that it provides is better security in the buildings, and that is necessary in the world that we live in today.
When you say better security, so what kind of security are we getting?
So some schools have a police officer that's always on duty.
So now I'm paying him twice because I tax for him to have a job, and I got to pay him again to go watch the school.
Some schools do not have a police officer. They have to call a person in. Some schools need to be better equipped with safety precautions in general.
But what's the dollar amount on safety precaution? Like, what are we paying for?
I do not know the answer to that.
I'm seeing the approach as far as like.
So you need to have some sort of system. You need to have some sort of system set up so that folks can't enter the building without being vetted. So there has to be some sort of
Metal
security
detection or
system.
something like that?
Not even metal detection, even just visual. So I need to be able to see your
So
face.
cameras.
I need to be able to see your face. I need to be able to talk to you, let you know find out what's going on. And then you can come into the building. Then also, I need to have a secondary system just in case you did get around.
What I'm saying is like, I feel like a lot of the stuff that systems that need to be put in place, if people just use creative way of thinking and stop saying like let's be creative. Okay, so yeah, we know my school needs a walkie-talkie system. But you know what? Let me go talk to the local and say, you know what? How much would you charge me to put this in? And they say, well, it'll cost you $10,000 for your school. Okay. How much do you pay for your advertising dollars? Well, we pay like X amount a year. Okay. What if we have X amount of people come to our stuff? We have X amount of events, X amount of different teams, X amount of viewership. If I give you half, I'll pay you half, and I give you all marketing for this for a year or for 2 years or 5 years.
But what kind of marketing would an elementary school do?
There are still parents. Parents go to games.
So, but in urban environments,
Parents still go to games.
but these businesses might not be getting any extra money because it might not be a service to the families that they need, or it might not be something that's feasible for them.
What I'm saying is, it's being creative. If we're doing, like I use Staples, or use Home Depot, or some Home Depot. So you mean tell me that some elementary school with jerseys have Home Depot, that's not marketing? Because again, when they play games, little soccer games, you know.
A lot of elementary schools don't have sports.
Well, then that's a issue. I don't know what's going on with that.
It depends. It depends on the district. It depends on the school.
Transportation.
There's a way to make, you know what I'm saying? There's a way to monetize everything.
Transportation costs, all that. Hey, so folks, I tell you what, man, this is.
But that stuff is already included already. You know what I'm saying? Well, everything y'all telling me is already.
No. If you're on a ball team, that costs more money. You got to pay that guy. You got to pay extra for that driver to drive the team there.
But I'm saying they're already doing that now. Like if a team got a team, they already getting the games now. So that's not changing. Like that cost is already accounted for. That cost is already there.
Hey,
Ben Davis going to games is already accounted for.
We're not talking about Ben Davis necessarily. We're not talking about those county schools that got those people out there that are paying all their school fees. We're talking about schools that the parents are not paying their school fees. The parents that are not taking care of what they're supposed to take care of.
You know what,
and by the way, real quick, man, folks, on Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man, we are live at Sticks 361
Indiana.
Avenue. Yeah, that's where we are. And I tell you what, Ben has been taking crazy care of us, man. Like, I tell you what, I don't know if I drank this much water the whole day. And you know what? And since I've been here, I'm fully hydrated. Matter of fact, I had a couple cocktails, and I'm not even feeling the effects of those cocktails anymore because I had so much water, which makes me have a good night's sleep. So I appreciate Ben for getting me hydrated, so I won't be cramping up tonight, man. I definitely appreciate that. Hey, so if you want to smoke a stogie, you go upstairs, man, 361 Indiana Avenue. Here at Sticks, you can smoke your stogie. Ben is very well versed at getting you the right stogie, whether you want a Connecticut cut leaf or
look at both. The Connecticut Maduro.
You want a Maduro cut, and then there's one of some you can get for an hour, 2 hours, that kind of thing, and or you come downstairs, and where there's not heavy smoke. You got the machines down here, and then what you can do, man, is you get you some good eats. I like the Vietnamese pho noodles. It's my favorite thing. I thought about it since about 4:30 this morning, and I ate it tonight. You guys okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is Moose at Big House, man. Heavy Hitters Radio Show for A. Jeezy. He's up in here, man. Also run
EMC.
Yeah, we're up in here. We definitely make it happen, man. Shout out to all the places that listen to us. And all the folks that listen to us. And Disney, you need at least one more black or Asian or Polynesian. You know what? We got one black, one Polynesian, one Asian, and one American Indian princess. Mulan, Jasmine is Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
So Mulan, Jasmine, Tiana, Pocahontas.
Yeah, and the girl from Brave, she's Irish.
Does not count. She's with the other people.
And
yeah, you can't figure it out. So we need some other. we need at least one other. We need at least one.
Yeah, I was trying so hard.
Yeah, no, you can't make it happen. You know what? Maybe we need an African, or you know what I'm saying. We need something like that. All right, folks. Hey, Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. I tell you what, we're gonna shut it down. You guys ready to shut it down?
Yes, sir.
Hey, we in the air, so I tell you what, let us know. So, Jeezy, how can you let us know if you like the show or not?
Man, basically, man, just hit us up on Instagram at Heavy Hitters Radio Show, or you can find us on
you get us on Twitter at Heavy
_Hitters _
What else?
And Facebook at Heavy Hitters Radio Show, man. Give us your feedback, man. Let us know how we sound.
We need to know how we sound, if we're going to be in the air, if we're going to get back on the mics. Folks, you listen to Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Remember, before that, big shout out, man, to the rest of the family on Independent Radio, man, the Iron 3 Hip Hop Show, Independent Music, Indie 15 Music Session, D-Lo, G-Man, Arlo Gritty, and KF. So shout out to those guys, man. Make sure you show them some love as well. Remember, we are where we are.
So get comfortable.
And come on in.
Yeah, man.
It's so weird to me.